Hello, welcome to SMT Call. Today we are going to solve the day 11 of July lead code problem. So today's problem is subset, and if you read the problem statement, it's pretty simple. So you will be given one array. Suppose you will be given one array of length 3, 1, 2, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, and you need to find all the possible subset, right? And you also that you should, there is one constraint here that your subset should not contain any duplicate subset, right? So yeah, you need to make sure that. So if you check the example, it's saying that 1 2 3, then these all are the possible combination, right? But there is no duplicate. So if there is 1 3, then there is no duplicate 3 1, like that. And you need to also consider the blank subset, so a subset without any number. So in this case, you can see we can create 8 different unique subsets using 1 2 3. So that is the example you can see. So today we are going to solve it using Java, and let me discuss my approach, how I am going to solve it today. So I am going to use the depth first search logic, or DFS logic. So what I will do, I will start iterating from the zero. At first I will consider that in my subset I don't have any number. Again, then I try to reach till the depth, right? So at first I will go to 1, then 2, something like this. So actually, yeah, since I am starting from depth, so I will go to depth, right? So I will go to 1. Then I check that from 1 I can go to 2, right? So it will look like this, 1 2. Again from 1 2 I can go to 3, right? Now this is my last depth. So whenever I reach my in the last level or last depth, I am going to backtrack, right? I am going to back here 1 2, and I can see, is there any possible combination? No, there is no possible combination, because I already covered the 1 to 3. Again I will again come back here and I will check. Yeah, again I can find that here we can make another combination, right? 1 and 3. Yeah, again fine, that's fine. Now again there is no more possible combination. Then will come back to here. Then I will come back to here. Then again I can see that, yeah, we can go to 2, right? Again from 2 we can go to 2 and 3, right? Yeah, that's again. So again there is no more possible combination. I will go back to my root, and again I can see that I can go to 3, right? So these are the possible combination, you can say. So there are total 8 nodes, so you need to return all the 8 nodes, right? So let's write the code, and if needed I am going to explain it further. So at first what I need to do, we need to return one list, right? So let me declare one list first. So it should be like this, list. Let me return, name it as R, and it should be an array list, or better is make it as results only for better understanding. Yeah, results. That's pretty much. Now I need to check from few boundary condition, that my num should not be null, or nums dot length equals to 0. So if I encounter these two scenario, means my array is null or my array length is 0, then I am going to return the results, right? Means yeah, we are going to return only results, right? So let me return result. Yeah, now we are done with our edge cases. Now let me move further. So what I'm going to do, I am going to write my one subset function. Yeah, let me name it as subsets, where I am going to run my logic, right? Discovery logic, you can say. So to go to search till our depth, so we need to pass 4 things. At first, obviously we need our result, where we are going to add my subset, whatever I will discover during the traversal. Again, then we need to pass our input array. Then we need to pass our one index from where I will start looking, right? So let me name it as at first I am going to send it 0, and I need to pass one temporary array list, right? Or a list in which I am going to store my subset before adding, right? So I will explain it also later. Yeah, that's pretty much. Whenever we are done with that, we are going to return our results, right? Yeah, that's pretty much for our main function. Now I am going to write our actual function, in which we are going to traverse. Let me declare it as private, and we don't need to return anything. We can declare it as void. And so our parameter will like this. At first we are passing the results array, so let me name it as results. Then we are passing our actual input array. Then we are passing index, right? So start index, something like this, and we are also passing one temporary array list, right, of integer. Let me have this temp something like this, yeah, and it should be integer also, else it can throw error, yeah. Let's write our code now. So whatever the, so what at first what I will do, whenever I start my traversal, I am going to insert that, right, the first blank one. So I will do that results dot add. So whatever in this, in the temp value, initially it will blank, right. I am going to insert it, right, using new array list. So yeah, and I'm going to pass the value. So why we are creating a new instance? Because we want a deep copy, right? So we can't use the same instance. So you will understand later. So that, so you can't use the same instance of temp, right? We can't directly write like the result dot add temp, because that will store the actual location of temp, because in later stage we are going to modify the temp according to our needs, right? So in that case it will make all the results as blank, something like that. So you will understand after writing the further codes. So now what I need to do, I need to run one for two, and I will start from my start index, whatever I am passing here. Initially it will start from 0, since we are passing 0. Then we will iterate till we reach our input array length. Then I am going to increase my I counter. Then what I need to do, I need to add my number, whatever current number in that nums array. So it should be add nums I. Then what I need to do, I need to call this subset functions, right, with the required input. So we need to pass the results, we need to pass the nums, we need to pass the start index. In this case start index will be I plus 1. Then we need to pass our temporary array also, right. Then what I need to do, we need to remove it, right. So temp dot remove dot, so we need to remove the last index every time. So temp dot size -1, yeah. Now that's pretty much for our code. So let me run our example, and I will explain it also why we are doing this kind of things. At first run it, yeah, it will throw some error. Let me fix those fast. Yeah, it should be return results. There is some typo here, let me fix it also. Yeah, let's run it now and check whether it's compiling or not. Yeah, it's giving me expected answer. Let me submit also and check whether it's accepted or not. Yeah, it's accepted. Now let me explain. So what we are doing here, so at first we are calling this first time with the 0 index, since we need to start from 0 index, and we are passing the blank array because we need to consider the blank array. Yeah, and we are adding this. Okay, then what we are doing, we are starting from that index, right. So 0, I am iterating this 1 2 3 array, right. Let me copy it here also. So you can think like this, we are starting from this array, right, 1 2 3, and I found this first number. Okay, then I am going to add that in my temporary list. So my temporary list will contain only one number, that is 1. Then I am going to again call the subset methods, and I am going to depth, right. I am going to depth. So I started with 1, then I go to the depth. Yeah, and I'm whenever I'm going to the depth, I'm going to add it, right. So at first I added 1, then 1 2, then 1 2 3, right. Then again I need to backtrack, right. So I am here, so after the first I will be here, then I need to backtrack, right. So to backtrack I need to remove the last number, right. So that we are doing it here. So we are writing this line temp dot remove. So we are always removing the last number and move up. So here we are. Now I will remove this 3 and I will move up. Again I can see that there is no more area or no more nodes to cover. Then again I can delete the last number. I can move it here, right, 1. Again then I can find that we can go to 3, right. So I am going to add that 3. Then again whenever I will reach my depth, again I am to remove that number and go back. So that for that reason we are doing this remove, right. And if we and again, since we are removing or we are modifying this temp array continuously, we can directly add it here, right. Because in array or in array list we are storing the reference, right. So it will create problem, it will make everything as blank. So we are creating new array list, so that will create one new reference. we will not we are not using the exact temp reference because we are modifying the temp again and again. Yeah, that's pretty much for this video. Let's check the time complexity also, where we are. Yeah, you can see we are in the top section only. Yeah, that's pretty much for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channels. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.